As dawn breaks, the coral reef slowly wakes up for another day of survival and cooperation. The still faint morning light cuts through the surface of the water in thin beams, gradually lighting up the narrow corridors between the coral formations, while small schools of fish begin to stir, testing whether it's safe to leave their nighttime hiding spots. Deep inside a dark crevice among the rocks, a silent predator remains hidden, only its head poking out, its watchful eyes tracking every movement around it, its nostrils flaring slightly with each breath. This is a moray eel, a solitary predator with a long, sinuous body, known for its powerful bite and its secretive, almost ghost-like behavior, appearing and disappearing among the rocks as if it were part of the landscape itself. But even this solitary hunter depends on a daily partnership that few would ever imagine. Before we dive deeper into this story, if you're enjoying discovering the secrets of wildlife, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next stories, and leave a comment letting us know which city you're watching from. We'd be thrilled to know where each of you following our nature adventures is tuning in from. Now, let's head back to the reef. Near the moray eel's den sits a small cleaning station, run by a group of cleaner fish striped in blue and white, a tiny meeting point that, at first glance, seems insignificant amid the colorful vastness of the reef. These little fish share a very special trait. They're able to build trust even with the reef's most feared predators, a skill no other fish their size would ever dare attempt. Every morning, these small workers function almost like a private medical clinic for the moray eel, which needs them just as much as they need it, a mutual dependence built visit after visit, day after day. The moray eel depends on the cleaner fish to rid itself of parasites hiding in its gills, in its scales, and around its mouth full of sharp teeth, microscopic creatures that, left unchecked, could compromise its health over time, affecting its breathing and even its ability to hunt. Because of this, it needs to approach, even knowing that doing so means giving up, for a few minutes, its natural defensive posture, a calculated risk repeated every single morning, almost like a sacred ritual. The moray eel slowly approaches the cleaning station, its movements gentler and more controlled than those used while hunting, ready to receive its daily routine of care. With light, repetitive movements, the small cleaner fish signal that they're ready for work, swimming in small circles around the entrance of the den, as if announcing, it's time to start the day. But in the first moments, the moray eel hesitates. Its natural predatory instinct conflicts with the need to trust such small, vulnerable creatures, exactly the kind of prey it would normally devour without a second thought. The cleaner fish, however, isn't easily discouraged and has a clever trick for winning that trust. It approaches slowly, gently touching the moray's skin with soft little pecks, almost as if testing the waters before moving forward. This careful approach quickly begins to ease the predator's natural tension, allowing it to relax little by little. One by one, the moray eel's small signs of distrust begin to fade. It realizes that staying completely still isn't just an option anymore, but the best strategy for ensuring its own health. The cleaner fish waits patiently, knowing its persistence will soon pay off. Finally, the moray eel opens its mouth completely, allowing the small fish to enter and begin exploring every corner between its sharp teeth, a scene that, seen from outside, looks like a direct invitation to danger, but that, for both parties involved, represents just another routine morning. The cleaner fish is the first to venture inside, carefully checking for leftover food or hidden parasites, gliding between rows of sharp teeth with a confidence that seems to defy every law of survival. Seeing that the path is clear of danger, the rest of the small cleaning crew soon joins it, forming a tiny coordinated team right inside the predator's mouth. Before beginning the more delicate work, the cleaner fish take a few moments to assess the moray eel from head to tail, almost as if performing a complete diagnosis before any procedure. This careful assessment helps quickly identify the areas that need the most attention, whether old wounds, loose scales, or pockets of parasites hidden in deeper folds of skin. The moray eel watches every movement closely, eager for the real cleaning to begin. One of the more experienced cleaner fish takes the lead on the operation, making sure no parasite goes unnoticed before moving on to the more delicate areas, like around the eyes and gills. With a smooth motion, the lead fish signals that it's time to dive deeper into the work. The entire small group advances together, ready to explore every centimeter of the predator's sinuous body. Throughout the process, they play an important role not only for the moray eel's health, but also for the balance of the reef itself, since they remove parasites that could otherwise spread to other animals. Working near the gills, the cleaner fish remove small crustaceans that cling tightly, almost like ticks stuck to the skin of a land mammal. This constant care prevents infections and helps the moray eel breathe more easily, since gills clogged with parasites can seriously compromise its ability to extract oxygen from the water. With the territory of trust already established between the two, the real deep cleaning begins. And the cleaner fish is ready for the challenge. Moray eels are skilled hunters, using their extremely sharp sense of smell and their limited but effective eyesight to track down prey hidden among the reef's rocks. But at the cleaning station, their role changes completely, from voracious predator to cooperative patient. The cleaner fish stays close the entire time, taking advantage of every opportunity created by the moray eel's growing trust. As it relaxes more and more, small parasites that once remained hidden in deep folds of skin begin to come into view, easily spotted by the trained eyes of the small workers. With lightning-fast reflexes, the small fish grabs each parasite before it has any chance to hide again. The moray eel doesn't seem to mind sharing this moment of vulnerability because it knows, by instinct, that real benefits are being exchanged there. Slowly turning from side to side is a common tactic during cleaning, allowing the fish to reach areas that would otherwise be inaccessible. The cleaner fish is always ready to take advantage of this generous opportunity, working right beneath what would, in any other circumstance, be a dangerous and deadly mouth. This mutual benefit is the essence of one of the most surprising and successful partnerships found in nature. Moray eels are famous for their ability to take down fast, slippery prey, their powerful bite and sharp reflexes guaranteeing success in nearly any hunt on the reef. Even octopuses, known for their intelligence and escape abilities, end up on the menu, despite all their camouflage and evasion tactics. The cleaner fish watches this reputation with a kind of instinctive respect, always preferring to stay on the safer path, that of cooperation, never confrontation. Another constant danger on the reef is the presence of larger predators, like reef sharks, which can appear suddenly in search of an easy meal. While the cleaner fish focus entirely on the meticulous work across the moray eel's skin, absorbed in every fold and crevice that needs attention, it plays a vital role as lookout, almost like a silent guard protecting its own private medical team. From its privileged vantage point, half hidden at the entrance of its den, the moray eel notices any sign of danger long before the small cleaner fish ever do, its vision sharpened by years of hunting, able to spot the slightest suspicious movement amid the reef's colorful landscape. Upon spotting an approaching threat, the moray eel reacts immediately, partially retreating back into its protective crevice, a silent but effective signal that something isn't right, a gesture the small fish have already learned to recognize and respect instantly. The cleaner fish, trained by experience to read these subtle cues, rush to take shelter among the nearest coral crevices, vanishing quickly in search of safety, their tiny bodies disappearing among the golden and purple branches within seconds. The larger predator passes nearby, but the warning came in time, and all the small workers remain safe. Hidden among the rocks, they wait silently until the danger has completely moved on, alert to any new suspicious movement in the surrounding water. The moray eel stays on guard throughout this entire period, acting as a true sentinel for its small, temporary partners. When the threat finally fades away, it relaxes once again, emerging a bit further from its den, a clear signal that the cleaning work can resume without fear. The first cleaner fish to notice the signal carefully leaves its hiding place, trusting the moray eel's calm posture as a guarantee that the coast is truly clear. Within moments, the entire small group is back at work, picking up exactly where they left off, as if the interruption had never happened. Suddenly, a large hump-head wrasse slowly approaches the same cleaning station, its bulging forehead and thick lips gliding through the water with an almost theatrical calm. But this time the Moray eel doesn't retreat or show any sign of discomfort. Instead, it stays relaxed, sharing the space with this new giant visitor, eager for an equally beneficial session of care for both of them, as if a silent agreement between predators had been struck long ago. In this quiet, daily alliance, both the Moray eel and the humphead wrasse come out ahead, while the small, cleaner fish enjoy a true feast of abundance, moving between different clients throughout the entire morning, never stopping, never hesitating, shifting from one giant body to another with the ease of creatures who have completely mastered their craft. And so, day after day, this routine repeats itself on the reef, with small variations, new visitors, different threats, but always with the same outcome. Living proof that, even among the ocean's most feared predators, survival often depends on the smallest and most patient of creatures, the ones that work in silence, never receiving the credit they deserve, but without whom the entire balance of the reef would simply cease to exist.